When you like Ventura TV Appliance on Facebook, it's nice. But when you love the Frigidaire Gallery appliances we deliver, it's even better. Our website is cool, and it's a good place to start, but you really should touch the merchandise before you buy. Time for that upgrade to an Energy Star qualified French door Frigidaire Gallery refrigerator. Quality appliances for the way you live. Get the best selection, price, and service in town without waiting. Come in to Ventura TV Appliance and touch the merchandise.
Hi, I'm John Malos. Welcome to this edition of Connect with Me, live on the showroom floor at Ventura TV. Today, the focal point will be on business, but in conjunction with that, we're going to talk about high-speed rail coming through the Central Valley and knocking businesses down one after another. We'll focus on one business today that will feel the effects. 436 MeTV, option 11. Back in a moment. Welcome back to the program here. The focal point, of course, is on business today, and we're talking about one local business that is going to be feeling the effects very soon of high-speed rail. We all know about high-speed rail. You're either on the one side of the fence or the other, because there are a lot of people that feel, hey, we're lagging behind Europe. We need a high-speed rail system here in California. We need to exit all the cars, put them on the exit and abandon them and use high-speed rail. That's the thinking on some part of some part of society here in California as far as high-speed rail is concerned. The other half is saying, hey, look, high-speed rail is not for California. California is where we drive cars. I don't know what side you're on. Maybe you're on the fence. Let's go to the videotape. I'll show you what I'm talking about. And we're talking about last month. We heard about Angelo's Drive-In, a staple here in Fresno since the 50s, facing foreclosure after giving way to the bullet train. State officials came knocking on the door and told the owners, hey, you've got to be out of here by yesterday. The offer was a mere $120,000. Well, not far away down the street from Angelo's, Al Perez, who owns a 6,000 square foot building, is also being pushed aside by high-speed rail. Perez owns two businesses inside that building that he purchased back in 2005. A print shop where he cranked out more than 10,000 t-shirts this past weekend, and a boxing gym. Main Event Graphics and Main Event Boxing. Next door, he also owns a rental home that's gone as well. Now, Perez says that state officials came to him and they said to him that, according to him, that he is not being offered a fair market price for his properties. That's what he claims. And he, too, could be facing foreclosure or maybe looking at another location. We'll have to wait and see. High-speed rail, as many of you know, is that much troubled and proposed bullet train from San Francisco to Los Angeles, a 130-mile stretch through the Central Valley that will take with it many farms and other businesses at a cost of $68 billion. Live in our studio now is Al Perez, the owner of the print shop and the boxing gym. The name of the business is Main Event Graphics, Main Event Boxing. He's here to take your calls. 436 MeTV, option 11. If you have any questions or comments about his business, which could be pushed out, we don't know yet. He's been contacted, of course, by state officials. And if you want to have a comment or two about high-speed rail, feel free to weigh in. 436 MeTV, option 11 is the number. The focal point today, business and high-speed rail.
Remember me?
After practicing law, Raymond Berg fought crime.
You have the right to an attorney.
As a hard-boiled detective on wheels.
Ain't it the truth?
His name is Ironside.
Perhaps you wouldn't mind saying it again.
His name is Ironside.
All right, now you've said it.
Nothing slows him down.
I want to see this one firsthand.
Now on MeTV Fresno, Xfinity 187.
Well, what are we waiting for?
I'm sure you've got some thoughts about high-speed rail. I'm sure you have some thoughts about what's going on with businesses here in the Central Valley. High-speed rail coming through and offering businesses to move out, pick up, and move. Don't care how long you've been here, since the 50s, the 70s. It could be that maybe you built the business or bought the building or whatever, and last year. They don't care. They're coming through with high-speed rail. Our guest today, Al Perez, the owner of Main Event Graphics, Main Event Boxing. And so, Al, welcome to the program. I imagine you're on pins and needles right now, waiting to see what's going to happen, right?
Right. Right now, we're just waiting to get the counter offer back to see what our future is going to be.
I want to get into that. We do have a phone call really quick. Good morning on Connect with Me. What's your question?
Yes, my question is that we can't even afford this. State of California and Fresno can't even afford this. How are we going to do this?
Are you talking about high-speed rail?
Yes, I am.
Well, I mean, that's a question that can't be answered. They want to pay for it, with part of it with federal funds, part of it with your tax money here in the state of California. At first, of course, they said $38 billion, then it went up over $100 billion. Now it's down to $68 billion, and they're coming through like it or not. So I don't know how they're going to pay for it. I think a lot of people are worried about the same question. I certainly can't answer that question.
And Channel 30 News is saying the same thing what we're saying. We can't afford this. And I just want to tell you, have a good day, okay?
You got a question for our guest?
Oh, no, I don't, but I'm sorry about your business going down the tubes on this.
Well, it may not be going down the tubes. He may just be moving. We don't know yet. So what's the offer they made you, Al?
It's like $240 right now.
$240,000. What do you owe on the building? What's the mortgage?
$200,000.
$200,000. So you'd basically walk away with about $40,000 in your pocket.
Correct.
Of which you'd probably have to pay taxes on?
I'm not sure about that.
Okay.
I hope not.
Okay. We don't know that. So let's say that you walk away free and clear $40,000. Is that enough to start up what you have now?
No.
Somewhere else?
I started this business in 2005, and it took about I put $70,000 down on the building, and another $50,000 in improvements.
Wow, so, that's amazing. Another caller. A wireless caller this time, calling from a cell phone. And good morning, you're on Connect with Me, and your question.
Yes, I don't agree on that speed rail for California, but they ought to consider having the speed rail going from Bakersfield towards Vegas and all the other states that way, because it's all desert, so it'd be about benefits for people to travel that way. If people come from San Diego, L.A., and northern part of San Francisco back to Bakersfield.
Yeah.
And I think that's a better idea for that area.
Okay, a question for our guest. Do you have a question?
Yes, I agree with him that they should not run through there, because if they run through the city of Fresno, and if there's an accident like it happened that there's other speed rail, they can wipe out a lot of houses and a lot of neighborhoods, a lot of people get killed. So I don't agree with that speed rail at all.
Well, and something I haven't heard too much about, the noise factor. If you got a bullet train coming through Fresno and it's speeding at, well over 100 miles an hour, how much noise pollution are we going to have to bear through that? I don't know. I don't have the answers to any of these questions.
But if there's an accident, it could happen. How many people will get killed and the property will be destroyed? That's
I understand. No, I don't think anybody can answer that at this point.
So I don't agree with it. I think that people should have a vote on it, if you agree on it or not.
Right. Hey, I appreciate your call very much. Call in again. And so, Al, who approached you from High Speed Rail?
Last year, someone came by to appraise it, and we had heard this was happening. A year later, they came with the acquisition, with low ball offer.
What was the low ball, the initial?
It was a 240.
The 240.
I bought it. I purchased it in 2005 for $350.
Right.
And they basically used comps from 2010. And we're in 13. Everything was pretty stagnant in 2010. So
yeah. I got to ask you: are you angry? Is there any recourse that you have that you can take?
I think I'm past the angry part. I feel helpless right now. I'm at their mercy. We're just waiting. We're waiting to see what they're gonna do, if they're gonna counter my counter. Because basically I went and I got comps that were 2013 that held up, and about $100,000 more. And so right now it's in their office. It's been there for 2 months.
Take another call here real quick. Good morning. You're on with Al Perez. Your question.
Oh, yes. What about the monorail system like Seattle? Somebody proposed that, and I think they turned it down.
Okay, what's your question?
There's another system that can be used instead of high-speed rail. It's called the monorail system.
Oh, monorail.
Yes.
You're talking about the monorail system. Okay. Well, we haven't heard too much about that, but that's not going to affect us here in California. But they're going to do high-speed rail. There's no two ways about it. So, what was your counter offer to them?
Mine was 400, and
400,000. Okay.
And I had, the house. They had original offer of the house they gave me was like 40,000. I found comps that were saying that house was worth 100,000. I asked for 86,000.
All right, I want to go to the videotape here before we go to break and look at your print shop. It's called Main Event Graphics. You've had it since 2005, as you said. And exactly what are we looking at here now?
This is a sign plotter. So this is sign room plotting signs. So
what's that machine there doing?
It's just cutting vinyl. So we do digital prints in here, vehicle wraps that you see for the radio stations, TV stations.
Right, and over the weekend you did more than 10,000 T-shirts for Chancey Park, I understand?
Actually, the casino.
The casino, yeah, Chancey Casino,
we're running their birthday shirts, so.
All right.
Another
call here, a lot of calls coming in. Controversial issue. Good morning, you're on Connect with me. How are you?
Okay, I was wondering, they don't offer anything like relocation or anything like that to maybe a piece of land that the state isn't owning?
The
using?
Yeah, the relocation that they're offering right now is actually about $8,000, and that's just to move my shop. There's no extra benefit for business owners. There is benefits for tenants, but not for business owners. So it's basically the cost of the property that I'm receiving, and then the relocation of moving the shop.
We're looking at this video right now. You guys cranking out all these T-shirts over the weekend. How much money do you take in, say a month, a week? Is this the main cash cow for your business, this print shop?
Right.
It is?
Yeah, we're doing about $60,000 a month right there. So
that keeps your other businesses going, like the boxing gym,
the boxing
rental home.
Correct.
Okay,
Correct.
And you're able to pay the mortgage, obviously, with that money that's coming in from the print shop. So who are your clients? Who are some of your clients besides Chancey Casino?
We work with the Grizzlies, Chancey. We do Channel 47. We work with Telemundo, Univision. So it's pretty.
So you have a large clientele that you built up the last 8 years.
Right.
Yeah. So relationships that you hope will continue. How long did it take? I mean, was it easy getting this kind of clientele?
It's just word of mouth and doing a good job and getting stuff on time. So I guess it built up. I know they'll be willing to come with me wherever I go. It's just a matter of getting set up somewhere else.
Yeah, can you get set up financially? That's the problem.
Right.
And can you work with a bank that'll help you out?
Right. And then, just the PG&E upgrade alone that I paid for in my building we're in now was $15,000, alone. And, if I take their offer, I'm $40,000. That's almost half of what I had to work with, so.
And who knows, you move someplace else, you may have to do some other upgrades, whether it's PG&E or something else.
Right.
You never know.
Right.
So, all right, talking to Al Perez, the owner of Main Event Graphics, Main Event Boxing. He's being ousted, given the hook by high-speed rail. Are you in agreement with this? Do you agree or not? 436-MeTV, option 11, call in. Very hot topic today, high-speed rail always gets a lot of people to call in, or, gets a lot of people upset, I guess, sometimes, too. Anyway, we're back with our program here in just a moment.
When you're looking for KitchenAid innovation and quality, who has the answers, the selection, the price? Ventura TV Appliance. With billions in nationwide appliance buying power, more than Home Depot and Best Buy combined, will help you save. Our low prices on Energy Star qualified KitchenAid appliances save you energy and money, and pay no interest on select models when paid in full within 12 months. Ventura TV Appliance, serving you since 1951.
Back here with a hot topic, high-speed rail in business, and I want to mention that today's focal point, of course, is on business, and I want to put up the graphic just for a minute. This is our disclaimer, but, I want to mention that, Ventura TV was started by Ed Sheeran back in 1951, a good guy, been here a long time. His son, Mark Sheeran, of course, now owns the business, and sadly, to say that Ed Sheeran passed away several years ago, but this business has been here so long, a staple, a part of Fresno for decades. And so the purpose of having this program here today is to help other businesses around not only Fresno, but the Central Valley. Guys like Al Perez that have been in business here for 8 years, a local business that we want to help promote because we've had the good fortune here at Ventura TV for being here for 60 years, and we're trying to help others as well. We got a phone call coming in, and good morning, you're on Connect with Me, your question.
Yes, I would like to know, just from my own personal deal, state of California is in dire need of money right now. And how in the world can they go ahead and do something like this with billions of dollars, knowing that they don't have money to deal with to start with?
Well, I don't think either one of us can answer that question. That's a state of California political question for the most part. I don't know. I mean, you're talking billions and billions of dollars, but we're talking during the break, and you're actually in favor of high-speed rail.
Yeah, I'm for the growth of it. So
why?
I believe that later on, once it's built, property values will go up, and we'll be able to do more things in California.
So you're one of those people that thinks that we're behind the times when it comes to high-speed rail. Like we should be on par or equal par with, say, Europe.
Yeah, I'm for the growth of it. I'm not for how they're going about it.
But isn't California more of a car state, not a high-speed rail state?
I don't think cars would ever disappear completely, but I know that the rail, certain people would ride it, be in San Francisco or work there and can live in Fresno and, make a higher wage somewhere else. So,
Are you concerned, though, about where the state's going to get the money?
They don't have it. It's going to be IOUs, right?
I guess it is. We got some video, a little bit of video from the portion from San Francisco to Fresno of this high-speed rail. It's a 130-mile stretch from San Francisco to Los Angeles. $68 billion. There it is right there. Speeds of up over 100 miles an hour. Well over 100 miles an hour as they're coming through the Central Valley. Stops are in Fresno and Madera and Bakersfield. But anyway, another call coming in. Good morning. You're on Connect with Me. And your question today for Al Perez.
Yes, I have a question, and I also have a comment.
Okay.
My comment is, I really feel bad about these people being displaced, and I hope it can really work out for them financially.
Mm-hmm.
But, my other comment is that, I remember, and I don't know if you do remember, but I remember when Highway 41 was going through, and the controversial aspect of that, people being displaced, and it financially, but I think they were able to work a lot of that out. But without 41, I don't know how Fresno would ever succeeded with their traffic. So it was just a comment. Maybe you can mention something about it or whatever. Thank you.
Okay, I appreciate it. Any comment about that?
Good point. Just the city growing, the state growing.
But don't you have a problem with the fact that the state comes in and they can offer whatever they want? It's almost like eminent domain. There's no oversight committee overseeing the state to say, hey, look, you're not giving that guy market value. You need to give him a better offer. You need to offer him at least a $500,000 so he can set up shop someplace else. There's no oversight committee. It's just the state coming in, boom, you're gone.
It's been like that for 200 years since they built the trains and stuff.
It's been it's been like that since the state of California was declared a state.
There ought to be some kind of law there that protects business owners, or there's a law that protects the tenant that lives in the home or the apartment or whatever. The tenants that I have in the home, they're gonna be getting $50,000 out of it. And there's some kind of law that they have to get paid the next a percentage of the next five years wherever they go.
How many employees do you have?
We have 8 to 12 people there.
Okay, and you're paying health insurance?
Right.
You're paying workman's comp. I'm sure you
correct,
are.
Correct. Right.
You know, and you have all this other overhead.
Right.
That you're dealing with. You said you take in about 60 grand a month gross.
Right.
But then you have the overhead.
The overhead knocks a lot of that out. So
knocks a lot of it out. All right, we're going to take a look at some more videotape. The boxing gym, and you know, so what is this gym utilized for, Al?
It's for amateur and professional boxers. We have our guys that come in around 6 o'clock, but mainly it's also actually in the evening.
In the evening, okay.
Actually, we put it out there though. We're in a rough area to give back to the community. We don't profit from this.
You don't charge anybody to use this gym?
We charge some of the pros, but the kids that come, we have some free
of charge.
Right.
All right, another call coming in. Good morning, you're on with Al Perez. Your question. Hello?
Hi, I'm just wondering, because I heard about that, he was talking about that law. So you can't talk to a congressman, nobody like that. You know, all these people that we elect, they can't help you anymore?
You know, I think that it's time that someone steps up and, you know, tries to get some kind of law that protects business people, because it's real one-way. Fair market value is not fair, you know, because if we bought the property, you know, 5 years ago and we paid $500,000 for it, and today it's only worth $100,000, how is that fair to us in the time that we don't need to sell, you know?
Right. So you don't make any profit out of this gym?
No, we don't make any profit from the boxing gym.
Zero profit?
Zero profit.
So if a pro boxer comes in, what do you charge him?
We charge them $30-$40, or a lot of them.
Nothing.
Right. It covers like hand wraps and a little bit of light, you know.
Yeah, but the kids that come in there now, they can box for free. Do you have a professional boxer, a trainer in there that can help them?
Yeah, we have Coach Tommy Avalos. He was a pro fighter, and then we also have another trainer, Jesus Garcia, that's from LA Boxing Gym. That he actually fought Chavez in his prime. So,
okay.
But we have a 3 o'clock program there that's free to youth. So
for kids.
For kids, yeah.
To try to get them off the street.
Correct.
Someplace they can go and can stay occupied.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, Al. Got to take a break. We're coming back here with more of Connect with Me. It's high-speed rail versus business here in the Central Valley. Back in just a moment.
One Adam 12.
This is Adam 12. It stars Martin Milner as Officer Pete Malloy, Kent McCord as Officer Jim Reed.
One Adam 12, roger.
This black and white patrol car has an overhead valve V8 engine. It develops 325 horsepower at 4,800 RPMs. It accelerates from 0 to 60 in 7 seconds. It has a top speed of 120 miles an hour. The automobile has 2 shotgun racks, one attached to the bottom portion of the front seat, one in the vehicle trunk.
You want me to drive?
Now on MeTV Fresno, Xfinity 187.
Talking to Al Perez, of course, the owner of Main Event Graphics, Main Event Boxing. You're talking about the gym. You're not going to be able to, even if you move, okay, which it looks like you may have to here now. Let's say you recoup some of your losses. Will you be able to, at this point, or you don't know about the graphics part of it, will you have a graphics department?
You know, worst case scenario with that, I'm going to have to go and lease something. And the places I was looking at, there was up to about 3,000, 3,500 in square footage that I need.
And you'll be able to obviously print the T-shirts.
I'll be able to keep going there. I won't own anything. I don't know, be paying a big lease. You know, the boxing gym, it just won't survive, and then you know I'll be left without owning rentals or anything. So.
And your rental home, of course, that'll be gone.
Right.
No more rental property as far as you're concerned.
Right.
So.
Right.
All right. Well, let's take where is your business located? Give us the address.
93 East Belmont, on Belmont between Palm and Weber.
Okay. And do you have a phone number out there?
Yeah, 559-443-1000.
I'm going to take a look at another piece of videotape and look at the area out there. There's Weber right there. You've got Angelo's down the street, which is also being affected, as I said in the monologue, by high-speed rail. They're still there, though, right, Angelo's?
I believe they're still there. They're so behind. I mean, these dates are just paper dates. It's, you know, I get stuff in the mail. I don't even know what to believe.
What we're looking at here is just the area where your business is located. There's Harrison and Belmont right there. How far is that from your place there?
I'm right on the corner.
Yeah, there's Producers Dairy. They're down the street. Hoppy's headquarters. And so will all of these businesses be affected, what we're seeing here?
Not the big ones, just our side of the street. I asked them that in the beginning. I said, well, what about Tapatia across the street? And they said they're too big to move. and they targeted smaller businesses like ours. So.
Right, right. And so, how many businesses altogether in your area will be besides Angelo and yourself?
It's about 5. Let's see here. On my street alone, it's going to be that muffler shop that's been there forever. That guy got that place from his dad.
Right.
Angelo's. I'd say just on our street alone, there's about 7.
About 7 businesses that are going to go by the wayside then.
Right.
Huh? And I believe it looks like Golden State Boulevard there.
Right.
Going by.
That's a Kmart.
So, yeah. Yeah. And so, what's the next step here, Al? Tell us.
Right now, I'm waiting for High Speed Rail to counter me back and put something in writing.
Okay. And when did they last contact you?
I talk to them quite often, but they've actually had the paperwork for 2 months now. They were pressuring me to get my counter in, and once they did that, everything just stopped. So right now, I believe the guy's on vacation, and I'm waiting. So to find out what's going to happen. So I'm supposed to hear something in the beginning of October. My end date they want me to be out is by October 12th, which is not going to happen. We're not even close to it.
Right. What's the earliest that you think you could be out of there if they force the issue?
Close the escrow, from what I'm being told, is 2 months. So
you're talking maybe first of the year you'll be out?
I'm thinking like January, February, yeah. And at the rate they're going right now.
You said earlier that you're past being the anger stage, but initially, were you in shock? Were you what?
I was really angry, helpless, angry. I've past that. It's just kind of, we got to survive, one way or another. We have to, keep going. I got a family to support, and we. You're
married? You got kids?
I'm married and I have kids. So.
Right. So you have how many kids?
I actually have 5 kids.
You got 5 kids. So you got a big family to support. You got a family to feed.
Yes.
Yeah. And so you're past the anger stage now, and what stage are you in now?
I feel like I'm in survival stage. You've been dropped off in the desert, no water, no nothing, and you got to find out how to survive.
Right.
So.
Right. And so we have a phone call coming in. I'll get that next question out here. Good morning. You're on with Al Perez, and your question, please.
Well, number one, I have a comment. Our elected representatives, namely Representative Costa, where is he when it comes time to back up his constituency? It was a great idea on paper, and he pushed it through. The Costa political influence machine has managed to get this thing on the table, and it's going to become a reality. And then, when it comes time to protecting the constituency, the people that elected him, he's noticeably absent. Noticeably absent. Do you care to comment? Does your guest care to comment?
I know there's programs that I just learned of from the city that try to assist you, but it's assisting you on trying to get your credit right before you have to go. It's kind of like a how do you explain this? It's like they're making it easier. It's like they're all working together just to get you out.
It's a survival program.
Right. They're moving you. Hey, let me fix your credit real quick, and that way we can make it easy for you to move out.
How difficult a struggle has it been the last 8 years to build your business up to this level, to this point, the high quality that you're producing now? How difficult has it been?
It's been a lot of learning curve. A lot of learning curve, and especially when we hit the recession part of it. Our numbers dropped down just like anybody else's, and we had to shake more hands to try to make ends meet. But
right. What do you mean shake more hands? Meaning what?
We maintained the same customer base, but everybody started cutting back their product.
I see.
So instead of a customer doing 10,000 shirts, they started just doing for their employees.
Here's a thought. Ever thought about moving out of the state of California?
Never.
No?
Never, no.
Just to beat the system?
Right. I think I like California too much.
You like that? But what about moving out of Fresno?
I thought about moving back home to the Bay Area. So that still might be an option. So.
Yeah. Well, we're out of time. We wish you the best of luck. I wish there was something we could do to help you out. But, hang in there, Al. And
Thank you.
I'm sure that you know, somewhere you're going to find your path and make the right decision to survive. Some way, somehow.
That's
You know,
right.
the human spirit is very strong.
That's right.
All right, Al Perez, our guest here today. Main Event Graphics, Main Event Boxing. Wish him the very best of luck. That's going to do it for us today here on Connect with Me on MeTV Fresno. Another edition coming your way tomorrow on Comcast Channel 187 and 43.6. Have a great day.
All right, from the beginning. My name's Friday. I carry a badge.
Now on Xfinity 187.